Will Beriau has been cooking professionally for more than half a century. He's best known in Maine for having run the culinary arts program for many years at Southern Maine Community College, where he taught hundreds of students. His standards were high. Before joining SMCC, he'd worked at some top-notch resorts and restaurants. Food has done more than provide Will Beriau with a livelihood. It's been his passion in life. And that passion began when he was just a boy, because his mother was an excellent home cook.
But her cookies, her cakes, I had one kid say to me, "Her cake is so good, you don't even need frosting." So, I mean, and obviously my family and I are results of that. My two siblings and my sister are all good cooks. My brother Mick is probably one of the best chefs I know. And we got this from our mother.
You made your living in the food industry basically from the time that you got out of the service?
About 1969. My grandfather had this little restaurant and he said, "Come on down and help." Well, I learned frying clams, scallops, roasting a turkey, basic, simple cooking. And then he said, "There's a school in Connecticut you might want to look into. It's a college, a culinary college."
Will Beriau went to culinary school and spent the next 4 decades working as a chef and teaching aspiring chefs. In 2011, he retired from SMCC and took on a new job, cooking at an art program his daughter and son-in-law ran in France for 3 weeks every summer. The students studied drawing and painting in a small town southeast of Paris, and Will Beriau provided them with 3 meals a day.
I would make all French recipes. This was pretty good cooking. And my wife's pastries, oh my God.
Preparing breakfast, lunch, and dinner 7 days a week for 3 straight weeks. It's not most people's idea of retirement. Sounds like a lot of work that you were doing. When would your day begin and how late would it go?
7 in the morning. We'd be finishing the kitchen, be 9:30 at night.
And yet, planning the meals, going to the markets to buy bread and fruit and cheese and all the other ingredients, and then cooking, it was a pleasure.
And everybody says, "Well, how come the food in Europe is so good?" I'll tell you why. In June, when the strawberries are ripe, you eat strawberries. When they're gone, you don't eat strawberries until next June. When the asparagus, white asparagus, are ready in May, you eat white asparagus. You don't eat them again till next May. You eat it in season, fresh, local season. And that's why the food is always so delicious there.
The food is also excellent at Beriau's home in Gray.
So we have asparagus here.
His garden is not big, but it's just what a chef needs.
And like I said, we make a roasted tomato sauce that is just really delicious.
At home, Will cooks for his wife and himself. In France, he cooked for a crowd, and his wife made dessert. So 20 to 30 people, maybe even more, 3 meals a day? Just you and your wife?
That's really not as difficult as you think it is. Well,
you don't know how difficult I think that is.
Once you have your mindset, it's a flow. And if you love doing it, it's a wonderful flow.
While in France, Will kept a journal. He wrote down what he served each day, and the art students he was feeding drew pictures of the meals.
I'll tell you what, there's some really talented young folks out there. Look at these, look at the detail.
How does that make you feel when you leaf through those pages and look at that?
You know what, I do it more than you think. Every once in a while, I need a little inspiration and I'll go out and do it.
After more than a dozen summers cooking in France, Will has retired from that job too.
I told him I'd do it till I was 80. I'll be 80 in March, and that's it. So we're done.
Clearly, you loved doing it.
Oh, I do. I shall miss it.
So what lies ahead in the next phase of a not-so-retiring retirement? Well, lots of fishing, along with kayaking, biking, and traveling. And, of course, his wife, Gigi, the talented pastry chef, will be making desserts for Will, as she did for us. And he, in turn, will be cooking for her.
But the one benefit I have is that I put a restaurant-quality meal in front of my bride every night. I love to cook for my wife. I love to cook for people that are dear to me. And as long as I can do that, I'm cooking.
Will Beriau also told us about his favorite sandwich. How easy is it to make? Well, it's so simple, even I could do it. We hope to share that sandwich recipe with you a little bit later this week here on 207. When we come back,